In January of 1863, hundreds of Shoshone, led by Chief Sagwitch and Bear Hunter, had gathered at Boa Ogoi for the Warm Dance, a traditional ceremony meant to drive out the winter and bring back the spring. What happened here on the 29th would become known as the Bear River Massacre, one of the deadliest attacks on Native Americans in United States history. At the time, this region was part of a rapidly changing frontier. Trails leading west brought increasing numbers of settlers from both the Oregon Trail and California Trail. With that movement came competition for land, for food, and for control. Misunderstandings and violence had been building for years, creating an atmosphere of tension and mistrust. Leading the U.S. forces in the area was Colonel Patrick Edward Connor, a Civil War officer stationed in the Utah Territory. When federal judges in Salt Lake City issued warrants for the arrest of Chief Sagwitch and Bear Hunter, Colonel Connor saw these warrants not as a legal matter, but as a military opportunity. He didn't just want to make arrests, he wanted to, in his own words, chastise the Shoshone. In late January, he set that plan into action. Just north of modern-day Preston, Idaho, Connor's group of about 200 men marched on the Shoshone encampment. Porter Rockwell helped coordinate with local LDS bishops in towns like Logan and Franklin to ensure the soldiers had the supplies they needed. With Connor being unfamiliar with the area, Rockwell proved invaluable to his effort and in coordinating the surprise attack. The massacre lasted nearly 4 hours and targeted men, women, and children indiscriminately. Some tried to escape into the river or surrounding terrain, but the winter conditions made escape difficult. By the end of the day, the scale of loss was staggering. Historians estimate that between 250 and 400 Shoshone people were killed. Chief Bear Hunter was tortured to death when the battle was over by pressing a hot bayonet through his ear. Chief Sagwitch was able to escape after he had been shot twice. Their mission was to arrest these two chiefs. Instead, one was brutally murdered while the other barely escaped with his life. Despite its scale, the Bear River Massacre remained relatively unknown for many years. In 1863, national attention was focused on the Civil War in the eastern United States. Events like this, occurring in the Western Territories, often went underreported or were framed in ways that obscured their full impact. Today, the site is preserved as the Bear River Massacre National Historic Landmark. It serves as a place to reflect not just on what happened, but on how history is remembered and understood.